Wow. Wow. So I get a notification from Dr. Boyce's a YouTube channel, or the One Black World channel. Um, Excuse me if I get it wrong. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So I get this notification, and it says Nicc Cannon fired from his job. So I go to look, and Viacom CBS, who owns MTV and a bunch of other cable news or cable channels, excuse me. They own a bunch of different cable channels, and as a lot of y'all know, Nicc Cannon has the Wild 'N Out show on MTV and VH1 and stuff, right? and and also he also has that show on Fox, which I think they own too. So he's gotten fired from his job because of some, as they say, anti-Semitic comments he made on his YouTube podcast. And he mentioned they say he praised a minister notorious for anti-Semitic comments. So we know who they're talking about, Louis Farrakhan. Now, although I'm not a fan of Louis Farrakhan's, now in fact, I'm not even going to touch on it because this ain't even about him. But Nicc Cannon being fired for making comments about the Jewish community is it. This is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers get mad when we make comments about Jewish people. Now, keep in mind, when he's talking about Jewish people, he's talking about white motherfuckers. The motherfuckers in control. The motherfuckers that's making shit circulate. You know what I'm saying? Because he's obviously not talking about black people, the real Jews, as I've stated before. And I see what they're trying to do. See, they're trying to put that racist label on us towards other people. But the thing about it is, how can we be racist and we have no power? We don't control nothing. We don't own nothing. We have nothing. We only control our own individual lives that we run, and some of us don't even have control of that. Excuse me. But the fact that they fired him over some comments, right, is absolutely ridiculous. Because Nicc Cannon, first of all, he don't have no hate in his heart. I mean, to be honest with you, Nicc Cannon's been one of the squarest people in the industry for a long time. But that's his thing. You know, he's made a lot of money in doing what he has done. And, you know, I appreciate him taking the comedy and expanding it into into something that we haven't seen before with a mixture of some old flavor. And the fact that he has presented a lot of information about our people to the community. I mean, he's even stepped in. He even stepped in to finish the documentary that Nipsey couldn't finish due to his untimely passing. What we have here is the fact that the Jewish community is being called out for a lot of things that they have done. You see, they always want to throw up the Holocaust and how they're this and that and the third. But when it comes right down to it, do they really give a fuck about black people? The real Jews? No, they don't. Because when we speak now, when we say something about them, like you know that they're you obviously you know that we're telling the truth because they be getting so bent out of shape. Why why are you getting so bent out of shape? Why are you upset? Because we're saying that you guys are the ones that control this shit. We're saying that y'all the ones that's pulling these power plays. You know what I'm saying? But somehow it's our fault because we call y'all on it. Y'all play a major part in the oppression and the enslavement of black people. Whether y'all like it or not, that's the absolute truth. Y'all play a big part in that shit. And then y'all don't even acknowledge the black folks. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a Bible thumper, but I have read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a religious person, but I have read the Bible. Right? So, no, why don't they acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? Why don't they acknowledge that the Jews, the original Jews, are black? Why don't they talk about how white people are genetically made up in a lab? They don't talk about that. They don't talk about their real existence. No, they want to hide because they can. Because they control how things are moving and shaking and moving. And then we got Negroes out here protecting their butt. Like, why are y'all protecting these motherfuckers? Like, for real, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do everything that they can to act like they the victims. They want to act like, oh, well, the Holocaust and now forget all that, right? The fact is, they come out here every single time when somebody says something about them. You know what I'm saying? They get mad. I mean, you got the KKK. You know what I'm saying? We ain't the only ones that they've been after. A lot of KKK members over the years have always said, we hate blacks, we hate Jews. You know what I'm saying? They don't even consider Jews as a matter of fact, even, you know what's crazy about this? You know what's crazy about this? If you take a Jew today, a real Jew, right, and you go to the land, you go to the original land, right, they're black. Like, where do y'all think y'all get y'all curly hair from? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you think you get that thick, you know what I'm saying, texture of hair for your hair to be that thick? Where do you think you get that from? But y'all don't even acknowledge that shit. But when we bring this up and we bring something to the light, you guys get mad. You get mad. And you want to start calling people anti this and anti that. We ain't anti anything. If anything, we just trying to get the information out there so everybody can have the information, whether you like it or not. There's information you're gonna like, and there's information you're not gonna like. But that doesn't mean it's not true just because you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things about our community that I don't like. But if somebody says something about it and it's the truth, I'm not. How the fuck am I gonna say that they're lying? Because it's the truth. So all we're saying is stop hiding behind that shit and man, grow a set. Grow a set. Because y'all know that what we saying is the truth. What we saying is not some made up story that we decided to put in a book and remix it over 1,000 times and then present it to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They hide behind their lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh well, shit. These Negroes can't do it for themselves, so they're gonna sit there and hire us anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so much to deal with already that Now it's getting to the point to where they really trying to silence our voice. Case in point, Facebook. What do you think Mark Zuckerberg is? Zuckerberg. And whose voices is he silencing? Now the conservatives will come out and say, well, no, they're always silencing it. No, it's the black people that they silencing. That's who they silencing. They silencing us. That's why they got people like me on block, because I said, you know what I'm saying, some phrases or something. You know what I'm saying? I done said some things. It's the truth. It's the truth. But you see, they want to keep on stifling the truth. But you see, the thing about it is, you're not going to stifle the truth when it comes to people like myself. Okay? So I'm gonna keep on speaking the truth until my last breath. And the shit that I'm seeing right now is something that's been going on. But like we've always said, a lot of stuff been going on. Now we just got video evidence to show and prove. And everybody's playing their position right now. Everybody's taking their sides. This is something I've spoke on, you know what I'm saying, over 2 years ago, 3 years ago. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I spoke on about on Facebook was the fact that the only way we're going to have any unity within our community is if we tribe up, get with like-minded tribes, and ride on this motherfucker. And through that, we can gain unity. But we have to link up with amongst ourselves first, before any of that can even, you know what I'm saying, get to a point to where now we can strategize the way that we need to strategize. So this is what we really need to do. This is what we have to do. Because once again, not only are we dying in the streets by the police, not only are we dying in the streets by ourselves, but I'm going to touch on that black and black crime. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of motherfuckers is game goofy about that shit too. Excuse me. But dying at the hands of the police. Being, you know what I'm saying, unjustly arrested. Unjustly prosecuted. Unjustly jailed. Now we're being silenced. For hundreds of years, we didn't even know, we didn't even have the correct information on anything. We got little bits and pieces, and then we try to form it in how we got the information. Now that we have the information and people are starting to really know what it is, now you want to silence us because we have platforms to talk on. So now y'all trying to take the platforms away from us. So this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look more into this because like I said, it's 2 o'clock. I got things to do in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But I want to come on here and I want to speak on this real quick. I'm gonna take my time throughout the day to learn more because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a hot story for the next for a hot minute. For a hot minute. So, man, this shit's crazy. Nicc Cannon gets fired for making some comments about the so-called Jewish people. This shit crazy, family. This shit crazy. But I'm going to tell you what. Stay on their necks. Stay on their necks. Don't let off. Stay on their necks. Because one way or another, we're going to get what we want, and the truth is going to get out there. And we always told people that this was going to be uncomfortable. We told people when the truth starts coming out, it's going to be uncomfortable. So instead of y'all just taking the uncomfortability and working through it, y'all want to fire people for making some comments on some truth about some people that don't want to accept the truth themselves. So y'all really gonna be mad when y'all finally realize that white people share the same DNA as the rhesus monkey. Now I know that ain't nothing new to a lot of y'all, but to some of y'all, it ain't clicked yet. And this is what I was talking about in my last video. You know what I'm saying? If people knew who they really was, you know what I'm saying? People will move in conjunction on how they supposed to move. Not how they think they're supposed to move. So y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be more mad when more truth comes out. Like, come on now. Now I'm not a big supporter of Nicc Cannon. I like some of the things he does and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's a black man doing his thing. He ain't harming nobody. He's making this comment. I mean, look at the cast he has on his show. Yeah, it's more black people, but look at he got so many different nationalities on that show. It'd be crazy for him. Like, if people really felt that way about Nicc Cannon, they would have been left the show and been left him alone. He got Jewish people on his show, so what is y'all talking about? Just because somebody tells us, see, y'all need to stop doing that shit for real. Just because somebody tells the truth don't make them anti-anything. You know what I'm saying? It don't make them anti-anything. So, what's next? Who's next? You know what I'm saying? So, I just encourage y'all to don't let nobody take you off your square. You stay on your square solid, right? And collectively, we will get through this. Now, I don't know how a lot of y'all feel about Nicc Cannon, but if y'all feel like how I do and feel that was fucked up for him to lose his job for telling the truth, then I stand with Nicc Cannon too. You know what I'm saying? I stand with Nicc Cannon too. Just like I stand with Deshaun Jackson, I stand with Nicc Cannon. And I hope Nicc Cannon, Nick, do not apologize. Stand on your square. Do not apologize. Because unlike Deshaun, you're in a position where you don't need them motherfuckers. You done made enough money. You done got enough connections to where you don't need to go back to them. Wilding out your show, man, go do it on another platform. You know what I'm saying? Go do it on another platform. But don't apologize. Don't nobody ever apologize for telling the fucking truth. No matter if somebody's going to make them uncomfortable, because the truth is truth. If you ain't disrespecting nobody, if you ain't crossing no lines, if you ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, and you just going out there and spitting the information and kicking the truth, keep doing it. And if they decide that they want to step on your toes and cross them lines or whatever, well then you move accordingly. You move accordingly. Period. So, man, this shit crazy. So I'm about to get off this, and like I said, I'm gonna look more into this. I'm gonna be back at y'all again. But I stand with Nicc Cannon. Hey, can we start this hashtag thing? You know what I'm saying? Hashtag I stand with Nicc Cannon. Can we do that? You know what I'm saying? Let's show some love to the brother, and let's let these Jewish people, these so-called Jewish people, since they are trying to stifle the black voice, let's give them hell. Let's give them hell. Let's get on their neck and not let off. Straight up. So with that, man, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a beautiful day. In a few hours when y'all get up. And I'm going to be back at y'all with more videos. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. So, yeah. I'm going to be back at y'all again. Y'all keep it militant, and I love y'all. Peace.